Yes, and hi, welcome back. And I will try and make some different videos. The first video I will make is about the, the journey, short-wise, on how I ended up participating in the Norseman 2025. So this is the first part, and let's see how many parts it will be, but maybe 4, 5 parts, I don't know. But let's start. So it all started like for 1.5 years ago when I had a knee surgery for like a microfracture in my left knee. I've had that for I think maybe a lot of years, so it made me that I couldn't do triathlons or run or walk, yeah, very good for a long time. So in that period of time, I went to a different specialist and a physiotherapist and tried everything. So it ended up for me to have a knee surgery. So it was like the 26th of February last year, like 2024. And after my operation, the doctor told me that he didn't think that I could come back and racing just like I've done before. I've been done triathlon like for 10 years, so it was like more like shorter triathlons and 70.3 distances. So it was half an Ironman triathlon. So he didn't think that I could, yeah, go back and do the same thing after have done this knee surgery. And he also said that he didn't think that I was able to make a full distance if I had any plans of of doing that. And it made me a little bit sad, because not that I have made it on like on my bucket list that I have to do a complete full triathlon distance, otherwise I'll be sad. I hadn't done that, but that he made this this judgment, or you can say in a good way. It's not like he said I couldn't do anything, but he didn't thought that I could do it. And then I said to myself, it made me a little bit sad to think of not doing it, because it has been giving so much the last 10 years to clear my mind, and yeah, with everything also with my ADHD that I could benefit of. So I made a plan with myself when while I was laying inside on this beautiful couch that we have. Then I couldn't do anything, so I was completely at the bottom, both according to my physical abilities, but also mentally I was like, then what? Then I, after some times doing all this, the training that I should do to recover, I rethought an imagination and a dream of doing Norseman, which is the hardest triathlon in the world on the full distance. It's been said. And I've been thought of it for many years, but just have thought it in my own mind because it was so out of reach to doing that, and I haven't even made one full distance. So why should I even thinking of doing that one when I haven't done, yeah, at an ordinary full distance? But it just like popped into my mind one day that I was lying on the couch and saying, this cannot be true. I will define my own future, and I want to, yeah, try to do something that's going beyond what's possibly possible. So I made a plan to myself that I wanna apply for a Norseman to put in a ticket for the ballot in October, and I want to dream big and go home. And I was already home, so there was only one option, is to dream big. So that was my plan, going from the couch to hopefully go to the top of Gaustatoppen in Norway. So that was the entire plan. And to speed up the process, I can talk a lot. So to speed up the process, I started connecting with some people who had experienced this kind of surgery before, and it was very difficult to find somebody who have had the same surgery as me. But I made a connection with a good friend of mine who I also played soccer with, and he has had that for several times, and also way back. And he's also a physiotherapist, so we made a collaboration that he would help me so I could get started. And it was fantastic that Martin down at the Performance 360 down in Sønderborg could help me with this one. So it gave me a lot of hope that he said, if I can do it, you can do it too. So it gave me a lot of things inside that, yes, this can happen. So during this process, it was very difficult to run. But firstly, we should rebuild the knee and all the things around the knee and the body, so it could be strong enough to train and to give it that load that it should have in the future. So that was the first thing of that. During this process, I reconnected with, or not reconnected, I found another partner because it was Martin had a lot of things to do. And I found another one, and here in Haderslev, a good friend of mine called Patrick. He is also a physiotherapist and also an osteopathic student, so he has another part of this process, and he could give me some other things that just like a physiotherapist, and it was a perfect choice also for me. Martin had done a great job, so thank you for that, Martin. And now we should put on some other things. And the thing that Patrick continued to do was, with all the strength and training to my knee, the hips, the glutes, the hamstrings, everything, and also about my balance in my body, so I could gain more stability in my knee, so I could put some more impact on it while running. That was the most important thing, because swimming and biking I could, but I had to put on the running part and be able to resist that a lot of impact that I was able to do in an Ironman training. So we gained on that one, and what really opened my mind was that I am always a positive person, but you know, if you struggle with some things that you're not that good of, and especially mentally, it could be hard to see a light at the end of the tunnel. He really changed my way of thinking, because he made me to challenge my mindset about thinking positive and always see the good of the things that I was able to do now instead of what I couldn't do before. So even though it was just like a tiny improvement, I should focus on that one instead of the tons of other things that didn't work. Yeah, and sometimes it hurt a lot while doing those little micro things, but in the end it made something good that I would think positively. And we also, according to mindset, changed the word of recovery or rebuilding to strengthening training. So just like, instead of thinking about the sickness thing, about I have to rebuild, we have to strengthen it. So that was also something that changed my mind. That now we're going into that section in this process, that the rebuilding is away. Now we are going towards the goal, is build up some strength, and then change the positive mindset. So that we had, and including with some treatments where he just like ordinary could treat me with my knee and doing his things, so he could make me train and be ready all the time. So that was the first part of this video about the things of getting started. And to closure that, it was just I have this dream of showing that a lot of things is possible, even though somebody has told you, or your own mind tells you, yeah, maybe it is done, maybe you cannot do it, and what would other people say if I was starting to do this, and do they believe me? Is it a stupid idea? Should I focus on my job, on my family, a lot of other things? And then I just asked myself, what do you want? And I said to myself, I really want to change this. I want to go full blown to be the best version of myself. And if I will be the best version of myself, I know that my families and my surroundings will also benefit of that. So just to be clear, even though you cannot go straight forward, the straight line, maybe you have to do some twists and turns to reach the goal, and that should be the focus, to reach the goal and then to find out how will I reach the goal, and then rethink the process and to learn something about it. So that was that. That was the first part. And the next part would be about going to Norway.